All right, you're up.
My name's Sarah, and I'm an environmental education major here at Western, and I'm a senior.
I'm Naomi, I'm a senior at Fairhaven.
I'm Heidi, and I'm also a senior and majoring in environmental studies urban planning.
And this is our Moveout Madness project, a materials exchange. So I guess one of the most relevant questions to our project is, what is Moveout Madness? And essentially, it's a materials exchange that we're hosting that is directed to both students on campus and the Bellingham community. It's to be held on June 12th, which is the Sunday following finals week, from 9 to 3 p.m., and it's on the Fairhaven intramural fields here on campus. The bulk of the items that will be at the event come from the Recycle Center Recovery Drive, and those are materials from students who live in the dorms. And then the rest of the materials will come from off-campus housing students who can drop off their goods on the day of the event from 9 to 3 p.m. Another really relevant question is how our project is significant to Western. Let me go back a sec because I forgot something. Okay, so although the event limits, it's limited to drop off for students only, the entire Bellingham community is welcome to attend and take home any goods that they want. So in its entirety, Moveout Madness is a fun community event that helps cut down on the amount of reusable goods going straight into the trash that can instead be recirculated back into the community. So another relevant question to our project is how it's significant to Western. More simply, it creates a place and time for students and community members to participate in recycling, reusing, or sustainably disposing of their reusable unwanted items. And I'm sure everyone here has witnessed the array of furniture and other bulky items that are often thrown onto the sidewalks and lawns of Bellingham neighborhoods, kind of just assuming that someone will either pick them up and take them home with them, or that eventually they'll be taken care of by local neighborhood associations. So ideally, this event will help cut back on our streets being littered with all of this furniture and help portray Western and Bellingham as an eco-friendly community committed to their goal of zero waste. And according to the WWU Office of Sustainability website, the Western Office of Sustainability and Facilities Management are committed to eliminating all recyclable and compostable waste from the WWU waste stream. And through education, operational changes, and peer education, WWU will become a zero-waste institution. So Moveout Madness is obviously a really avid supporter of this goal and potentially a big contribution to it as well. So all of our group members have developed relevant case studies which have helped us develop our program and even give us an idea for what our project can potentially look like in the future.
So I interviewed Suzanne Sabanek-Hansen, who is the director of the Office of Sustainability at Mathewson College, which is in Minnesota. And this college, they have 2,000 students, and they've been doing a similar program to ours for 7 years now. And each year, they fill up an entire ballroom with items. So her biggest warning to me was that we are going to get more items than we expect. So we will see. And also this last year, they raised $8,000, which was a record for them. So, and that money all goes to charities.
My particular case study was with the University of Guelph, which is located in Canada. U of G has created an outstanding Moveout program, sort of just portraying their dedication to reducing waste and enhancing an environmental and social sustainable community. And although it's really had time to grow and develop since its establishment in 2006, it's still really impressive to witness what they've done and how their program has progressed. So the program consists of 2 categories because they've split them up into resident students and then off-campus housing students. The off-campus program consists of a bulky item pickup, a food drive, a stuff swap, which is kind of like what we're doing, and an electronic waste collection. And then the residence program has a clear the shelves, everybody clean up, a stuff swap, and they also have an electronic waste collection. And to learn more about each of these things, you can visit their Moveout website and get a full description of what they are. And also on their website, they have a lot of history of their successes. They have volunteer and bulky item registration forms and several statistics documenting volunteer hours and exact amounts for items collected. Here's a table depicting 2009 and 2010 collected items, and it's just really impressive. Their numbers like nearly doubled in 1 year, which is pretty cool. And so although this may seem a little bit far off for our project and need of more time and volunteers, I think it's a program that's definitely feasible here at Western.
All right, so the last two case studies I'm going to talk about are very similar to one another. Utah State University has its own recycling center that hosts several events each year in order to help redistribute items back into the community. And they try to focus on reducing items that are still reusable. The University of Kansas has a very similar program called surplus property recycling. And what they do basically is they collect items from the campus departments, residence halls, and they distribute it back to students and other campus departments that could use that, unwanted items and equipment. And after it's been redistributed, they take it to donations for nonprofit organizations. Lastly, they put all the leftover items online for an auction, so people can bid on it. This program's been pretty successful just because it's had a lot of options for people to become involved, and it's convenient for people to drop off their items and also pick up items. And to learn more about this, you can read it in our report or visit the University of Kansas website of environmental stewardship.
So with the development of this project, we originally envisioned it being this big grandiose event, and then reality set in when we actually started planning it. We just ran into, first of all, challenges with the date and location. The date conflicted with the AS Recycle Center's recovery drive, which they are very busy with, and we required their help, as well as Brad, which is on June 11th. And our location wasn't secured until April 29th, 3 weeks after we started planning. So before we got those secured, we couldn't do anything else. So we were kind of stalled at the beginning for a long time. But after we got all of that figured out, we immediately started advertising. We got musicians. We originally wanted to have them play on stage with PA and sound, but none of that was available. So now it's just going to be acoustic musicians. But we're slowly getting there. And for the advertising, we made these posters, look for them around town and on campus. We also made a Facebook page, and I think over 200 people have said that they are attending the event. Hopefully they all show up. We also advertised with Cubs and numerous newspapers in town.
Alright, so the future works. There's definitely a lot of room for this project to grow and to blossom into something that Western could use to bring the community together and really impart an outlook of recycling, reducing, and reusing. In the future, we want to make this event as big as possible, and definitely working more with the AS next year. I think they could help us a lot with the entertainment factor. Again, like Naomi said, we wanted to get kind of a lot of different bands and have a huge stage and all that stuff. So I think they could help us out in that area, as well as get advertising out. The recycling center has been a huge help to us. They are doing the recovery drive the week before our event, and most of our items are coming from them, as well as the Office of Sustainability. We've been working with them every step of the way. Sang has kind of spearheaded this project and really been kind of the team leader. She's given us a lot of contacts, and she's pushed us along. She's contacted numerous people, as well as Seth, our professor, who has also provided numerous contacts and advice and encouragement when we hit those dead ends. Down the road, we could see this event being done twice a year, maybe in September at the beginning of the school year to the Western community. I think that would be a good time to do it, as well again at June, the end of the year. Also keeping in mind in college towns, people are graduating every quarter, moving in, moving out. There's a constant flow of furniture happening, going in the trash. We want to avoid that, so maybe having a room at Western that could hold some of these items for people to constantly look at. The money for that could also be an issue. Maybe if we had an online sort of storage system, kind of like Craigslist, but specific for the Western community. I think that would help out a lot. There's a lot of ideas that could stem from this Moveout project. It's just a matter of how committed future students are in taking this on and expanding it from where we've left off. Hopefully we've left enough research and kind of detailed instructions of what we've completed this year in our project, so the next few times will be bigger and better.
So essentially the true conclusion to our project is sort of to be continued, considering it has yet to happen. However, the developments and eventual occurrence of our project has proven to show that Western certainly has the resources necessary to make this project happen, and maybe in the future on an even much larger scale. However, along the way, we definitely have seen some of the benefits that can come out of this project. One of them is that it creates a measurable social environmental sustainability. It provides the opportunity to for people to clear out unwanted items and take home new reusable goods. And it can even help people avoid costly alternatives, such as taking their furniture and unwanted items straight to the dump. So a finished report, including further statistics and successes and failures of our project, will certainly be available after the event actually takes place. So we encourage you to come to the event on June 12th. Bring your family and friends and reusable items, and hopefully we'll see you there. And then we want to give